show me your fantasy. No past and no future. That's what I need. The groove takes it over. We'll wait and see. Even I might blank out you and me. I thought that dream could light away. Take me higher, take me away. Whoa, oh, be my savior, take me away. Take me away. Sit and talk once more, you're hosting a magic show. I cannot escape. There's nothing else left for me to do. Going to the other side, other side. I don't wanna be alone tonight. Won't leave me with you all the time. There's no one else left for me to lose. Heading to the other side, other side. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go, whoa.
We rise together as our destiny unfolds. We face the darkness and our trials are yet untold. Through the shadows of despair, oh, in silence hopes we share. Whoa, whoa, to chase our dreams that we've declared. We glimpse through eyes, yet fools blind our sight. Can make what they say. We'll find our way. We'll find our way. Hands up, the wheels are spinning across the plains and valleys deep to dawn. The wheels that sing an unending dream. Hands up, the tracks are running across the plains where shadows hide. We run, we stride. Whoa. Hands up, a steady rhythm, destination that's ever near. It comes, stride to our kingdom and see the light of day. Hands up, the wheels are singing, whispers and secrets they keep to hold. We found. Break free, we chased our dreams beneath the starry night. In the face of God, we rose as one.
Hello. Hi everyone. Oh, whoops, wrong screen. This is the one. Boo. That should do it. Okay. I'm so sorry. Hi everyone. Hi. It's a pleasure to be here. It's not always we get to talk to our comic readers directly like this. So it's really a privilege that I get to chat with you all today. Hello everyone. My name is Lucius Merryweather. I am a VTuber. I'm a webcomic writer, and the thing you probably most know me for is I am the CEO of Merryweather Media, Merryweather Comics, which is the channel that you watch your comic videos on. Hello everyone. Hi. We don't hear you, sir. You really should be hearing me right now. Hi, Mr. CEO. Thank you, Casper, Antonia, Trobairitz, T, Vito. So I do normally stream. I stream a lot, actually. But I stream over on Twitch. I stream on twitch.tv /Merryweather. That's where I normally stream. Maybe some of our dog army are here. My normal viewers. Hello, dog army. If anyone's here from the dog army. Can we get a woof woof? If anyone's here at all. I know my manager's here. That's Aoife in chat. We'll get to the questions in just a moment. Just want to introduce myself. Who watches webtoons? Well, clearly you, Bella. You're here. Is that actually your name? What, Lucius Merryweather? I mean, it's a pen name, right? It's a pen name. Yeah. Good to see you guys. So, I started writing comics in 2012 was when I started. I started writing comics in 2012. And I began when I went to when I went to an anime convention, and I was all alone there. Well, I had some friends that I went with, but I didn't really have anything to do. So I approached the nearest artist alley booth, and I asked the lady sitting there. I asked her, "Hi, do you want to draw my manga?" Because I was a kid back then. So the lady told me, "No." Because why would she, right? Like, I had this idea. I wanted to contribute to the anime convention scene in some sort of way, but I wasn't a cosplayer. I wasn't really a gamer. I didn't really have anything to do, but I liked being there because it was, it was just amazing seeing all these people who had the same interest as me, right? So I approached a lady who was an artist who drew manga, and she said no. So I think some people would have given up then, but I decided to take one step to the left rather, and ask the guy sitting next to her. And that man was named Joachim Wahler, who is an artist that I still work with to this day. You'll see some of the comics we have up, like the dad one. Yeah, like some of the comics we have up. Let's see, what's the latest one he's drawn? The latest one Joachim's drawn is probably, from on our YouTube channel at least, is the dad one. That's the one called Dad. It was uploaded 2 months ago. He's the artist of that one, and he's done a lot of comics for us. So yeah. After that, I continued, but I didn't have any money. So it was, Joachim had said yes, but it still took me a long time to convince him. And yeah, absolutely. Took a very long time. But in around 2014, 2015, that is when every manga publisher in Denmark went bankrupt. I'd already been published by a manga publisher by then. But unfortunately, the reality was that no one wanted to publish manga anymore. I had gotten a contract with a single magazine that wanted to publish manga. Unfortunately for me, they went bankrupt a few months after signing the contract with me, so I never got published by them. So then I turned to the internet. Back then, there was only really a few websites that you could upload to. There was I think it was Snafu Comics, there was mangamagazine.net, DeviantArt, there was those places. And then Tapastic came out. But even so, like, most comics weren't really very popular. People went to manga piracy sites to read manga. They didn't really go to webcomic sites much anymore. So I decided, you know what? Why don't I bring my comics to where people are reading them? So I published my comics on manga piracy sites by pretending that I had taken a Japanese manga. And I uploaded my comics as if I had translated a Japanese manga. Also, I could promote my own comics, and it worked. My comics went up next to the new Shonen Jump comics. It worked. It actually worked. That's how I got a lot of... Our video editor on this channel found me through a manga piracy site. Isn't that crazy, Chad? So, after that, Webtoon came out, and I moved to Japan for the first time, a little bit after that, and I started a Patreon. And that's the same Patreon we have now today. It's a Patreon that's lasted for, how many years? It's like a decade now. It's like a 10-year-old Patreon, which is crazy. Yeah, go support us on patreon.com/lewdweather or patreon.com/merryweather. Please do go support us if you can. It would make me very happy. Yes. But yeah, that's the story of Merryweather Comics. Then more and more artists joined in. We started doing more and more comics. One of our really big comics that we started doing was Internet Explorer Chan. How many of you have read Internet Explorer Chan? How many of you? It's possible there's a bit of a delay. What's your first job before being a CEO? So I was a salesman. I called people on the phone and asked if they wanted to buy a new iPhone. And then I sold them a phone subscription plan along with the new iPhone. I liked that job, but I like writing comics more. Yeah, questions time. Go ahead, ask your questions now. I can't promise I'll be able to ask all of them, but ask away. I can't promise I'll be able to answer all of them. Yo, Mary, what inspired your more existential comics, like the one that makes you question life? I don't know. I think I've always been very fascinated by those kind of things, you know? I've had a lot of time to think about and ponder my own mortality, and you know, it's scary. It's a scary thing to think about. And if I have to be scared, then I want you to be scared with me. Is it hard to keep track of so many different series? If so, explain. It used to be a little bit difficult. It got easier. You gotta imagine, it's like, I don't start out with like 50 comics, right? Like, I start out with one, and then I do another, and then I do another. And it's kind of like you're playing a factory game, right? So at first it's difficult. Like, you might look at a factory game and you might think to yourself, oh my god, that is so complicated. How could I ever build a system that is so complicated? But not really. It's more like you add one block at a time. And you understand the system because you built it, right? So it's not so hard for me. Thank you so much for the super chat. Femboys for life, darling. How far do you plan to expand your company? If given a chance, would you make /startup next or expand on? What would you make /startup next or expand on? So I actually want to simplify. I think for the company, for Merryweather Comics, we got to a point. Are you still in Japan? Yes. For Merryweather Comics, we got to a point where it became too big and too complicated, and we didn't really have a good system for managing it. So that became kind of a problem, and it caused a lot of issues. So I have actually tried to kind of pull back a little bit and simplify now. So we're trying to simplify how we're doing things. We're trying to make it better, but we're not really pulling back. We're not, we're not lowering the amount of comics we're doing. We're trying to simplify while also making as much, if not more, content, because simplifying things actually allows us to make more content for you guys. If we don't have like a billion managers behind the scenes and like so many different projects that complicates things. If we have like a few projects, that makes it easier to make more of those projects. How would I expand on the company? Well, I think the number one thing that I want to do moving forward is I want to allow other people to write comics more. I want to let our artists run their own projects sometimes. So if you go to our latest comics, you'll actually see that some of the recent ones, like the Mermaid one, let me see, The Mermaid Prisoner, or Dad, or some of those comics, they are actually not written by me. Those ones are actually written by our artists. The Mermaid Prisoner was written by Ryushin, the artist of Sally Sinclair. The Dad one was written by Joachim, who is one of our long-term artists. He's the artist of Succubus Girlfriend, among others. So I want to leave the door open for other people to come and write comics and do comic series. Nerd X Delinquent on Webtoon is not written by me. That one is written by Aki Sketchkun, who is the artist of Demon Prince and the Salaryman. So I wanna give people an opportunity to make more comics themselves, because what I've noticed is I've been writing comics for over a decade now, and I'm good. I'm a good writer, but I think my ideas are not as fresh as they used to be. I think they can be fresher, so that's why. Yes, ask away. Go ahead. Ask. So that's what I want to do. I want to give people an opportunity to make more comics. Yes. Would you collaborate with bigger comic companies if offered the chance? Marvel, DC, Shonen Jump? Of course, I would love to. I think they're pretty big. I don't really know. It's not something I'm gonna probably like reach out to them and ask. It would be really cool. Could you imagine me getting to do like a Batman spin-off comic? Right? That would be fun. I would love to write like a Harley Quinn comic. Or an Iron Man comic. That would be amazing. But I don't know. I feel almost like that's too big for me, you know? I shouldn't talk myself down, but it is quite big. Maybe I could pitch, hey Marvel, I want to do a Yonkoma, a 4-panel comic for Iron Man. I think I could ask that. I don't know if I could ask other things. I don't know if I could ask to do like a mainline Marvel comic. Did you know there's a Batman manga? Yes, and there's a Batman webtoon actually. What we have done is we've worked with Duolingo to make a comic called Wampa's Wonder Ventures, which actually you can read on webtoon. That one I wrote. Yes. Does every artist use the same art style in every different comic? So we have a lot of different artists that have a lot of different comics. So we do have a kind of like an approximate style that we go for in Merryweather comics. You can kind of tell when a comic is ours. We have sort of a style, but you will notice that our comics have different styles. So like Mayui, who draws Goth Boy and the Jock, is obviously a different style from Sally Sinclair, which is drawn by Ryushin, which is obviously a different style from Goth Girl and the Jock, which is drawn by 82. So those comics have a different style, and then we have Joachim's comics, which are also a little bit of a different style, but you know, they're all really well drawn. The Minecraft anime comics are drawn by Mao, who has a different style. So we have a lot of different artists, but we have kind of a shared anime aesthetic. That's what I'd say. What comic do you plan to continue? I mean, I want to continue all of them. Some of the comics I want to continue are comics that many people think I stopped, actually. I want to continue Crawling Dreams. Goth Boy and the Jock, Goth Girl and the Jock. I want to continue Internet Explorer Chan. I want to continue Minecraft anime. I want to continue Crawling Dreams. Those are comics I want to give more comics to. Yeah. Yes. Crawling City. I'm not sure about Crawling City, because I don't actually own the character. The Crawling City protagonist, Arya Wintermint, is not owned by me, so I wouldn't be able to continue it even if I wanted to. Yes. Do you think you could receive fan episode from one of your comic and accept it as canon if you enjoyed it very much? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make a comic, I'd love to see it. I'd love to read a book made by you. Do you think you'll make one in the future? Yes. So, you can actually read a book written by me, which is Goth Girl and the Jock. That one is published in Denmark. Right now, you can read it. But when it comes to book, I'm not sure. Maybe someday. I've told myself I want to write like a book about all my webcomic and VTuber and online adventures. I want to do that. Your voice is so different in your videos on TikTok. Let me see if I can do it. I did just wake up. Hold on. When I was a child, I often went on adventures with my friends. And I went around going crazy and going, ah, ah. There you go. That's more like my TikToks. Memoirs of a Dark Boy CEO. I'd love to write that one day. I want to write about all the crazy adventures we've had. About the time I went to China to go to Bilibili World and I was swarmed by Chinese fangirls. And I want to write about all the different weird adventures. I want to write about my first time in Australia. I want to write about going to Latvia. I want to write about my first time in America. Yes. His voice can go another direction too. That's true. Howdy, boys. I did this voice on a GTA roleplay thing. You went to China? I've gone to a lot of different countries. Yes. How do you manage so many comics? I did answer that before. I guess another answer is I have a lot of help, right? I have managers. Aoife in chat is amazing. She helps out. We have a schedule that Aoife helped make. We have a Google Calendar that we use. I have an amazing guy called B-Sun who also helps out. So we have help behind the scenes. Congratulations for the sold out for the funded Bianca plushie. Yeah. So everyone, if you haven't already checked it out, we're actually selling a plushie. We're selling a plushie right now. Oh, it's sold out now. Oh no. Well, we hit 600 sold, so that's pretty good. The Bianca plushie, it's gone now. Thank you so much. Which character from your comics is your favorite? That is such a hard question to answer. I think I have a lot of softness for Internet Explorer Chan. Just because that was a character that made us grow really big. I like all the characters from Winter Moon, just because I spent so much time with them. You know, I almost missed them. Florence, Risa, and Gideon. Favorite character though? Right now I like Sally a lot because I put a lot of effort into developing Sally as a character. Yeah, I don't know. I like all my characters. Like I wouldn't write a comic about them if I didn't like them, so I would say all of them. Yes. Yeah, I like all of them. Yes. Which fictional character that you have created can you relate to the most? And which one do you think you can relate to the least? Okay, so that's hard. I don't know. I don't really write characters that I personally relate to be completely honest. Some people think I self-insert. I don't really. I don't really. Okay. If I had to pick one, maybe Florence, which is funny because he's the gay character. But I will say Florence, who's like an arrogant, dismissive guy who innermost just wants friends, and who can be kind of standoffish and arrogant, but in reality he's just kind of a damaged guy who desperately wants to be friends with people. I would say that probably reflects me when I wrote the comic. I wouldn't say that reflects me now, but I somewhat related to that when I wrote it. Have you ever read your own story and hated it? Oh yeah, all the time. I hate my own stories all the time. Like I'll read back and cringe. I can't read Early Winter Moon. I cringe at Early Winter Moon because I wrote it in 2016. You gotta imagine. I started writing Winter Moon in 2016. That is 10 years ago, and it gets better and better. I can read the latest season of Winter Moon. I cannot read the first season of Winter Moon. I cringe. Do you think that one of these days that your company comics will make an anime one day? Ooh. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe we already are in the works to make one. What inspired you to write Clinic of Horrors? So I've always wanted to write comic that takes place in a dark, mysterious city where creepy monsters lurk and strange things happen. But it's also kind of cozy in a weird way, you know what I mean? So originally, I've tried to make this comic many times. So originally I wrote Crawling City. Let me pull up a picture of Crawling City. The Crawling City. Let me pull that up real quick. So I wrote this one. It's got art by Paroro. So I wrote this one. This is The Crawling City. And that comic was one of my first kind of big ones. It somewhat blew up. It was pretty well received, I would say. Pretty damn well received. After that, with the same artist, I wrote Conspiracy Research Club, which is similar, right? It's a dark, mysterious, gothic fantasy world, kind of, with a lot of mysteries and dark creatures lurking around every corner. So I wrote that, Conspiracy Research Club. And then, after that, I wrote another one called Crawling Dreams. Let me pull that one up real quick. So this one is Crawling Dreams. This one is Crawling Dreams. So then I wrote this one, which was also gothic, but more of a vaporwave aesthetic. A little bit more of a vaporwave kind of purple city aesthetic. And then I wrote Crawling Dreams. And then after this one, I did another one called A City Called Nowhere, which was also a horror of a girl that lives in a city. This one was a little bit more countryside vibe. Another comic with a girl who lives in a city who experiences mysterious things. So I continued to try and make this series, and then Clinic of Horrors is kind of like the latest iteration of that. Clinic of Horrors is the last iteration of that, I'd say. So each of these, I learn a different lesson. And every time I try to make this comic, I learn a new lesson. So with the original one, this one was Crawling City. So Crawling City, I did with an artist called Paroro. The unfortunate reality is, back when I wrote this, it was in 2017. I used my money from doing sales to make this comic here. And this comic was really well received, but unfortunately, when the artist asked, hey, can we use your character? Can we use my character, my OC? I said yes. The unfortunate reality is I never owned that OC. So I was paying to make a comic about a character I didn't own. So when one day the artist wants to quit making the comic, because I think one of the issues was that people were starting to know the character from our comic. So people called it Arya from Crawling City, instead of saying, oh, this is Arya, the OC from this artist. And this was an OC that he had been drawing many, many years before the comic even. So I can kind of understand that, right? Like, it's just frustrating if, you know, your OC starts becoming well known for someone else's thing, which is, it was my comic, right? So then the artist wanted to quit making the comic because he felt like people were starting to kind of feel like I was the owner of this OC. So, and then I couldn't continue it after the artist left because I didn't own the OC. So after that, the artist and I started doing Conspiracy Research Club, which was a very interesting one. Does anyone remember Conspiracy Research Club? Does anyone remember it? If you don't remember Conspiracy Research Club, it was a Twitter comic. It was almost like an ARG. So each of the characters had a Twitter account, and they would tweet in real time in North America about, like, hey, I woke up, tweeting something, taking pictures in a selfie mode, and then tweeting out the pictures as if it was like you were following a real character, which was really magical to experience for the readers, right? Because they were like following and interacting with a character, and during the day when they were live tweeting, you would even receive responses from the characters in the story, and the readers would cheer on the characters in the story. But what made it magical was also the thing that made it super, super hard to write. Very hard to write. So Luna and the Conspiracy Research Club would go on adventures, investigate mysteries, and live tweet it. But if everything has to be live tweeted, you have to continue to come up with excuses why oh, they're being chased by a monster. Why do they have time to tweet while they're being chased by a bloody monster, you know? That's like annoying. So that was kind of frustrating, but you know, I tried to make it work. But after one season, after 12 episodes of that, I kind of I sold the rights to this to Go 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 Comics, which was the studio that ran it. So after that, me and the artist of Crawling City didn't really work together anymore. Then with Usumi, I started doing Crawling Dreams, and Crawling Dreams was an attempt to rewrite the Crawling City, which is this one. So Crawling Dreams is essentially the same setup. Nyala is essentially, it follows the same story, has a lot of the same vibes, and we continued making this story for a long time. We did over 50 episodes, but then it became a little bit of a problem because the artist wanted to focus on illustrations instead. And the artist, which is Usumi, wanted to do NSFW stuff. So she's the one who does all of the NSFW on our Patreon, but she kind of didn't really want to do the comic anymore in the same way. She was really nice though. She wanted to do it for a long time, but at some point we just ran out of juice. Then we did A City Called Nowhere, which was fun too, and it had like rules and it became really popular. But then finally we did Clinic of Horrors, which was the one that became published by Webtoon. And Clinic of Horrors is the one that's going on to this day. You can read it on Webtoon right now. I'll put a link in chat. It is at 260 episodes so far. And it gets 2 new episodes every week. So you can read that one. Yeah. So that's what ultimately led to this comic right here. It led to Conspiracy. It led to Clinic of Horrors being published. Yes. From a studio strategy, how long do you balance launching new pitches versus the logistics of finishing long-running series? Well, I've historically been very bad at that. A lot of people have the criticism of our studio that, oh, you know, Merryweather Comics, they just start new comics, and then you know, don't finish the old ones. It's just because like I'm bad at finishing stuff. I think when an artist wants to finish a comic, or if a comic runs out of juice, if I was better at finishing it, we wouldn't run into this problem so much, where we have comics like Internet Explorer Chan, which has been paused mid-arc for like so many years. Like Internet Explorer Chan could continue. I just need to find time for it in the schedule. If I had ended it earlier, maybe it wouldn't have been like that. There's other comics like Crawling Dreams. If I had ended it earlier, we wouldn't have paused in the middle of an arc. So I need to get better at ending comics. That's certainly true. But we do start new projects like Sally Sinclair, and the new projects don't really have the same issues as the old ones. Like Sally has been going for 150 episodes almost now, and that one that one's not going anywhere. Like we have a system set up so that the comic doesn't go inactive. Same with Nerd X Delinquent. We have a system set up so the comic doesn't go inactive, and if it ends up getting to a point where we have to cancel it, we'll probably end it. So the new comics don't have this problem, the old comics do. So yeah. Would you take suggestions for new comics? Maybe, yeah? Hi Alistair, I see you. Thank you for your support on Patreon, by the way. Yeah, so maybe, actually, we do have a comic that's exclusive to Patreon, which takes fan requests. That one is called Level 0 Mage, and we purposely made it because Webtoon doesn't allow fan service anymore. So one of our artists always was frustrated about that. That's the artist of 1 Million Gold. That artist was always so frustrated about the idea of Webtoon just constantly not wanting to do comics anymore. How to say? Not wanting to do comics that have fan service anymore. So he wanted to do one where, you know, he just gets to go crazy. You want to do fucking extremely lewd outfits for your female characters? You want to draw big boobs? Go ahead, sir. Go do a Patreon exclusive comic. Please feel free. So that's what Level 0 Mage is on both our Patreons. Yes. No offense, but Stalker makes me utterly uncomfortable. Well, that's the wonder of having so many comics. You don't need to read that one. You can read the other ones. If Stalker makes you uncomfortable, you can go read another comic of ours. If you want a romance, Goth Boy in the Jug and Goth Girl in the Jug is fun. If you want a BL, Nerd Ex Delinquent, yeah. If you want just a funny strip, you can read Sally Sinclair. Yes, I want to draw my own comic and already drew my first characters, but my friends and classmates said it's weird. Don't just ignore them. Like when I went to school, I would write comics in the school library, and other kids would come up to me and say, like, what are you doing? And I said, I'm writing comics. I'm going to start a comic company. And I'm like, lol. Okay, dude, whatever. and I'm like, who's fucking laughing now? I get to travel the world. Where are you? Where are you? And they're probably like the CEO of an oil company. They're probably like the fucking CEO of an oil company or some shit. Like, Denmark is one of those countries where you can't really do that. Like, most people who go to school there end up being successful. But, you know, now I did run into a guy from my school once, and he did say that I was one of the successful ones from our class. So I did feel very happy about that. Then he invited me to a school reunion, and I pussied out and I never attended. That was during COVID, and I was very scruffy looking during COVID. I didn't get a haircut, and I had my very long hair, and I looked a bit disheveled and had like baggy eyes because I was staying inside playing video games all day. So I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. Maybe if it was today, I would go. What decade of life are you in? I'm a young man. I've been turning 21 for the past 6 years now. There's your answer. You've spoken before about the challenges of starting a comic studio in Denmark. Now that you're established in Japan, what has been the biggest difference in how your creative work is supported there? There's no difference. None whatsoever. I run my company off the internet. I would say the biggest difference is I have Aoife. Aoife has been like day and night for me. Like, the company is running so much better now that I have her helping me out, but I also want to get better at it myself because I often feel rather guilty. Aoife's doing a lot of work, and I need to get better at helping. Yes, I need to get better at also being more organized because I am not very organized as a person. I'm trying my best. I'm a bit more of a let's do this. Let's jump around and go crazy. Let's jump around and go crazy kind of CEO. I'm a Michael Scott type. I am very much a Michael Scott archetype of character. Yeah. Are you planning to continue some of the experimental comics like The Empty World? The Empty World. Let me see. What is The Empty World again? That one, I think, was an episode of... That one was an episode... The Empty World. That is my VTuber lore video. That is my VTuber lore. Actually has a lot of readers on it. Jeez. There's actually more chapters. There's a third chapter we never uploaded. I didn't realize that there was some stuff like that. Okay. Huh. I didn't realize. But yeah, no, maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll continue that. But I'm focusing a bit less on that stuff just because I want to focus more on original comics. But we are considering doing one where it's me and Lumi having a webtoon. Yes. Please just keep doing what you do no matter what. I love everything you do. What anybody says, just keep doing what you do. Thank you, Durrell. Durrell Norman, thank you. Anyway, any other questions? I love and hate how much your voice reminds me of Stolas from Hell of a Bus. People say I sound like Stolas from Hell of a Bus. I think his voice is much better than mine. What languages do you speak? I speak English, Danish, and kind of half Japanese. What is a typical workday for you as a CEO? I mostly stay on the PC all day. I do some meetings, I write comics, and I upload stuff. And then I do VTuber streams. Do you ever find it hard to keep track of all the comics you do? Yes, but I have help. It's been running on Webtoon Originals. Vtuber, let's see. Vtuber, let's see here. What did Vin ask? Continue Stalker X Stalker? Yeah, Stalker X Stalker gets 2 episodes a week, dude. Let me see here. Stalker X Stalker gets 2 episodes a week. There you go. That's the comic. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Let's go. We have a super chat, everyone. From Rookie Learner. Thank you for the $10. Hello, Mary. Fan of your work. As a streamer slash YouTuber, do you have any advice on someone with no experience can get started? I'm really fascinated with VTubers and would like to know. Okay, so I'll give you the same advice that kind of works for everything. Do you have a girlfriend? Yes, Joe. You're my girlfriend. Okay, advice on how to get started. I would say find a way that you can find content that you can do that people would enjoy. So that means anything that you can imagine an average person would enjoy. Like, just come up with something. Maybe you make shorts that have fun facts about different anime, right? Or maybe you make a short about stories. Like, just make like a story time short about like, oh, you know, this is what me and my friends used to do, and make it short and snappy, and people like that kind of stuff. Make something that you know you can do consistently, something that's not too difficult for you to do. If you need to watch some tutorials on how to do it, go ahead and do that. Just get started on anything. Try out some things. Maybe you want to do like, what are you interested in? Let's say you're interested in true crime. What do you like to watch on YouTube? Let's say you like watching true crime content. Well, look up some things that you're interested in, like some cases you're interested in, and then make your own video, like kind of talking about, okay, here's the timeline of this case, and here's what the police thought, and here's what the media said, and then put that together in a video, add some creepy music, add some atmospheric stuff, practice your voice so it sounds comfortable, and there you go. That's literally a channel idea I've had, by the way. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Super chats help a lot, by the way. They all go to making more comics on this channel. So if you wanna support us, feel free to super chat. Oh my lord, I thought you were a woman. Thank you, Dizzy. Appreciate it. That's a compliment, because women are awesome. Yes. Let me see. I think I have my female model here somewhere. Where is it? Where's my female model? Did I lose it? Oh no. I think I lost it. Anyway, I can use this one. Hold on. Woman! There you go. There's like a custom model you can use. And your dog model. I've got a dog model as well. Lucius, I wanted to tell you, you've inspired me so much that I decided to publish my own fantasy comic. Congratulations, that's amazing. Anyway, I can use my dog form as well. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, this is the dog you see in Sally Sinclair comics. Look, it's me, Mary the dog. Hey Mary, do you ever plan on doing a physical release on some of your webcomics? Yes, we already have. So at conventions, if you go to conventions, we have 2 conventions lined up. One in Australia, which is PixelCon, and we have another one, which is Dokumi in Germany, which is in, I think it's in 2 months. If you go to there, we're going to have physical comics. There's also Goth Girl in the Jog. You can buy that in Danish comic stores. We are planning on doing more. Yes. Thank you so much, Joker Outlaw. Thank you. What are some of the aspects about the craft of writing that you like the most? I just like coming up with stories and characters, and character writing is one of my favorite things. I am pretty good at dialogue. I am less so good at form. I'm not a very practiced writer. I would say many other writers have better form than me, but I will say the thing that I think very few people have on me is I am a much better character writer than most people, because I'm very natural at it. I practiced for a long time at character writing, and I think that's why most of my best comics is stuff like Winter Moon, where it's just characters bickering with each other. Those comics that have like strong characters that are just having funny conversations with each other, those are the best I have. Whenever it's about characters chatting, I'm always really good at it. The more extreme, the better. Where did my name come from? Steampunk Name Generator in 2012 put out Lucius Merryweather. Originally it was spelled Merryweather, M-E-R-I-W-E-T-H-E-R, but I fixed it and named it Merryweather later. I also have a furry avatar. If you could tell your younger or older self something, what would you tell them? Invest in Tesla? I don't know. What would I tell my younger self? Keep things simple, stupid. Don't overcomplicate. Save up more money. Don't spend all the money you have. That's what I'd tell my younger self. Keep things simpler. Move to Latvia. Move to Latvia. Set up a studio there. Fuck it. Thank you so much, Femboys for Life. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. Not sure if you've answered a question like this before, but how do you decide on a story, the characters and designs? How you decide where the pieces fall? Okay, this is gonna sound bad, but I make it up as I go along. It's very rare that I have a plan. It's very rare. Okay, so if you listen to how George R.R. Martin writes his stories, he refers to himself as a gardening type writer. He plants seeds, and then later on he decides if he wants to use those seeds. He tends to his garden, basically. So he will just put different things in. So if he ends up not using a piece of thing, people just call it world building. If he ends up using it, people call it foreshadowing. So that's what George R. R. Martin does. So if George R. R. Martin is a gardener who plants seeds and then tends to them and sees which ones grow, I'm like a crazy vagabond who throws around apple seeds, and then sometimes, due to pure chance, the rain will fall in the right spot and an apple tree will grow, and then people will say, wow, look at this crazy guy throwing around apple tree seeds, and now he's eating from the apple tree. Now he's able to live off that apple tree. He must be a genius. He must have planned it, when in fact I threw 80,000 apple seeds, and the vast majority of those didn't turn into trees. Don't do it, Mary. They remember, but you don't. Don't do what? I just bought the Bianca plushie. When? It's sold out. How did you buy it? Do you ever get stressed out from making so many comics? Yes and no. So I think writing isn't so difficult. Coming up with the stories is. Like, writing in such a way that I don't get overwhelmed, and I don't write myself into a corner, and I write a story that people don't get confused by. That's the hard part. How did you decide to be a dog? Well, I'm a dog-like man, that's how. I think it's the animal most people associate with me with. I could have been a fox, you know. Originally, I was supposed to be a red fox. but I went with a dog instead. Out of curiosity, what does Sally's father think of us? I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows how to check the comment section. He got that dog in him, yes. Will there be any new Dakimakuras coming out? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, we've got our own, website now where we sell merch, if you guys want to check it out. It's called stickymary.com. Here it is. stickymary.com. There you go. Yeah. I remember Fox character in Winter Moon. Was that you? None of the characters in any of my stories are mean. But yes, there's a Fox character in Winter Moon. That was one of Mayui's favorite characters. Mayui is the artist. Anyway, I think we've got time for a few more questions. Anyone want to ask? Ask away. Ask anything you like. How long do you plan on running the company? Forever. I might give more of an opportunity to new people to come in and do comics over time. I'm starting to do that more. I want new people to have a chance to write comics. Yes. I want new people to come in and have an opportunity to write comics and write stories and get a chance to have their series published. But I don't think I'll ever not write. Do you watch any anime? Yes, I love anime. Recently I've been wanting to get into Jujutsu Kaisen. Have you ever cameoed in another series? Yes, sometimes some of our artists put me into comics. In Guff Boy and the Jock, one of the special... Guff Girl and the Jock, one of the special episodes has the characters going to a goth concert, and one of the characters in the background is me. But mostly I only appear in my comics in dog form, yes. Can I ask a specific question about one of your characters? Yes, you can. Do you have any plans for other merch or shows or games? We have plans for merch and shows. Games? Not yet. Hope you don't mind me asking, what do you think would do a good job in... Do you think you would do a good job doing a Stewie impression? People compare me to that sometimes, yes. But, you know, I don't really know. What is the best creative writing advice you've ever received? And what is the funniest writing advice you've ever received? I don't know if I've ever gotten much writing advice, to be completely honest. Oh, super chat from Dari Studios. Hi, Dari. Thank you so much for the super. It's so good to see you. Everyone go check out Dari Studio. They dub our stuff in Spanish. Have a great live stream, Mary. Also, trying Jujutsu Kaisen. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard it's very good. Thank you so much, Dari Studio. Thank you very much for all your hard work. Yes. What do you prefer to fight? 15 toddlers or 5 horses? 15 toddlers, clearly. I mean, I don't want to die. 5 horses would kill me. 15 toddlers, I could throw them around easily. Or is it like, oh, I would feel bad punching a toddler? Is that the trick? It's like, oh, you monster, you would fight 15 toddlers. Yes, I'm in full survival mode. I'm not fighting 15 horses. If I'm being thrown in a room in some sort of fucked up like Killing Game type scenario, in some sort of like Squid Game type scenario, I'm punching the toddlers. They're not gonna die from it. I'm fine with it. Like I'm gonna incapacitate them to the point where they can't fight back. I'm terrified of the abilities you possess. Tell me, Dark One. I don't know what else to ask. So the abilities. Oh, I don't know. What's your first model? I don't know if I have it loaded up here. My first model was made by a Japanese artist. Let me see here. I don't have it here. One of my earliest models is this one though. This one. I'm like a femboy. Yes. Thank you so much for the super chat. Femboys for life. Thank you for the $5. Thank you. Do you think you have many Chilean readers? Sometimes I kind of feel like I'm the only one. I think we do. I think we have readers from all over the world. That's one of the things that is pretty cool about running an internet studio. Yes. Oof. I want to switch back. Yeah. Is Sally Sinclair the official mascot? So far. So far, yes. Actually curious, for readers who only first saw all the models Mary has today, which one is your favorite so far? Yeah, readers, which model is your favorite? Answer away. Tell us. Do you plan on coming to Latin America anytime soon? Yeah, I'd love to. If a convention invites me, I'd love to go. Goth Girl and the Jock was my first approach to comics, then I read some Clinical Forest, but stopped suddenly. Ah, well come on back. I like the dripped out Mary. This and the dog one. Where did the name Merryweather come from? Steampunk name generator in 2012. Hello Mary, nice to see you. Hello Brian. Which of your physical comics has more sales overall? At conventions, probably like Internet Explorer Chan. That one's probably the biggest one. I like this one. It gives sophisticated aura. Thank you, Meow. If you come to any convention in Argentina, I'll give you Alpha Horus. Not optional. Sure, that'll be fun. Ask around if any convention in Argentina wants to invite me. I'd love to go. Would be a pleasure. Does anyone ever confuse you for a woman because your name is Mary? They used to more than they do now. I think now less so, just because I'm an active VTuber that people have seen clips of. Some people don't know that I am the same Merryweather as the VTuber and vice versa. Some people become fans of Mary the VTuber and Merryweather comics and don't know until years later that I am actually the same person. I like the Sally Sinclair comics because they directly address the reader, which means free attention. Also, I like this model because it fits your Hanzo classy vibe. Thank you. What new comics do you have planned? Oh, new comics. So, right now, I've kind of got my hands full with comics, but the only new comic that I'm planning that isn't a continuation of old comics is I want to do another Eldritch Horror. I want to do another one. For a variety of reasons, really. I want to do another Eldritch Horror just because I want to... what would it be? I want to do another Eldritch Horror just because I want to continue this streak. Like, we're doing Clinical Forest, but of course Clinical Forest isn't going to continue forever. And also it's become much more of an epic now. Much less of a, you know, Monster of the Week type thing. And I like Monster of the Week. So I want to do another Eldritch Horror at some point. Yes. What effects do you think comics have on the trout population? I don't know. I don't know. That's a strange question. I wouldn't know how to answer that. You found me through the Kobo Ollie Overwatch stream. That comic has been clipped to oblivion. That stream has been clipped to oblivion. The one with me, Kobo, and Ollie. Eldritch Horror sounds rather interesting. Yes. I actually first saw you when Explorer Chat got in the game Crush Crush. Oh. That's cool. Woof. What was your favorite comics to create, Lord Mary? Like, what comic's your favorite you have ever made? Winter Moon. Although I would say probably Steam Dragon Express as well. The Steam Dragon Express is probably the one that I would show to anyone, and they would have to agree it's a good comic. Winter Moon is one that I personally love. I don't think it's my best written comic. It's just Winter Moon went on for so long and has so many chapters, and it's just went on and on and on, you know? To the point where if you read Winter Moon, you can read you can sort of read like a, how would you explain that? Like, if you read Winter Moon, you can read a kind of like the journey of me learning how to write comics, almost. Does some of your comic have delays? Yes. We're trying to make our uploads consistent, but occasionally artists have emergencies or some projects which might cause some delays. Yes. Ooh, no way. Lucas Coro 2005. Thank you for the 20 gifted memberships. Thank you very much, Lucas. Let's go. Look at that. So many gifted memberships. Thank you, Lucas. Congratulations, everyone. You've got a gifted membership to the channel. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wink? 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 Thank you so much, everyone. Appreciate it. Woof. By the way, I have a question for you guys. Do you prefer watching our videos in Japanese or in English? Because we have a Japanese dub as well. Can you do a woof in Danish? Woof. Were there any scrapped comic ideas? Oh, so many. So many. Oh my god, Lucas Coro, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Let's go. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you so much. Big love in chat for Lucas. Remember, everyone, all super chats and memberships and stuff go towards making more comics. What do you prefer, $5 billion in 1 year or $1 billion or $1 in 5 billion years? Oh, I mean, definitely the $1 in 5 billion years, because how else am I gonna get on the grind, you know? Man, if I had billions, I could make so many comics. You know, that's the crazy thing, is whenever I imagine, ooh, how much, like, imagine if I had like millions of dollars. The first thing I would do is start comic projects. That's how you know I'm in it for the love of the game. I wouldn't even buy a Lamborghini or a car or anything. The first thing I would do is just make more comics. What inspired you to do the Sally shorts? What inspired me to do the Sally shorts? I think for Sally, I like newspaper comics. I like comics that you can pick up and read from any chapter. I like comics that are just about anything. Like, you just get like a little thing that you get to read once in a while. And I like short comics. So I wanted a comic that was just that, because most of our comics, after a while, they become longer. But for Sally, I didn't want that to happen. So Sally continues to be a short comic. Sally has rules, and one of the rules is that the comics must never pass 4 panels. Sally has to never have a single episode that is above 4 panels. It doesn't work. So that's what allows Sally to continue to be produced at the rate it is that we're not making the episodes longer. Would you ever write a comic about VTubers? Yes, that is one of the comics I've wanted to do. I have, for the longest time, wanted to make a comic about VTubing. A comic about the behind the scenes of VTubing, about just the conflicts and the drama and chasing your dream and all of these different things. I've held off on it just because I know too much about the industry and I know too many secrets and I don't want people to speculate about, oh, this villain character, is it based off someone? You know, I would love to have like in a VTuber webcomic, who would be a villain? It would probably be someone who's like a mean girl or someone who's, you know, yeah, like it would probably be someone who's a mean girl who causes drama with people and stuff. But then you have the problem where you're gonna have people accusing it of, oh, this is clearly based on a real person, blah 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 blah, and I really don't want to deal with that drama. So I want, this is kind of what I want. I want to write that comic in 5 or 10 years, and I want to do it when the current VTuber, when the current kind of like the current wave of VTuber creators have kind of simmered down and a new wave is around, so that when I write it, it's not about stuff that's going on now, because we're currently in the first decade of VTubers being a thing. Like VTubing only really became a thing in 2016 and it didn't get popularized until like 2018, 2019, 2020. So we're still in the infancy of VTubing. So I want to wait a bit, but I think I can write a banger. You know what? Your dog boy memoirs should be in comic form. that would be fun. I would love to do that. Sally and Mean Girls are probably, I'd say, my favorite comics due to how easy they are to pick up and put down and catch up with, to be honest. Yeah, definitely. I have a question. Yes, Cheese? What up, boy? Help, I didn't realize the CEO of Merryweather was damn attractive. Thank you, Motorbike. That's kind of you to say. What's your favorite comic genre? You know what? I don't know. I'll tell you what my favorite anime is. It's called Kutuburanko. I'll put the name in chat. And I like these kind of mysterious, character-driven things with interesting writing. Are more of these comics going to be available outside of YouTube? I've seen some available on Webtoon. Yeah, so Webtoon and YouTube and social media where you can enjoy our comics. How are you doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. I heard about the panel limits. How many panels that you can make each episode? That depends on the comic. So most Merryweather comics are 4 to 10 panels per episode. Our originals are about 20 panels per episode. But yeah, that is the approximate amount. Webtoon is actually our main platform. Only selected comics are adapted into video form and posted here. You can follow our social media for some one-shots. Yes, indeed. All the comics are voice acted by you? Yes, definitely. No, all the comics on the YouTube channel are voice acted by me, even the girls. Yes, definitely. No, I'm not really voicing any of the comics. We have a voice acting team. We do both Japanese and English voices. That's what we do. We do Japanese and English. How many voice actors are in your company? Oh, that's hard to say. We have about... How many voice actors do we have? I think... That is really hard to say. I think we have like... maybe 20 like Japanese voice actors, And for English, average, we have maybe like 5 that we use. There's less in English. We have a small team in English, but for the English dubs, we do tend to pull in kind of like some VTubers to help out. Do you open cast for VAs, or is it chosen by the work team? We tend to choose by the work team. How many employees in your company? We don't really have employees, we have contract workers, which is legally a distinct thing. But how many people do we work with that we pay regularly? It depends on... I mean, we have people we work with regularly but don't have like a salary. We just pay them based on what they work. I would say about 50. But that like full time, where it's like, okay, these people are with us all the time, maybe 20, 25. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Are you gonna make season 2 of Internet Explorer? Yes. Technically, we're mid-season 2, actually. Technically, we're mid-season 2. Your company works with commissions. We do take commissions, yeah. We actually do. We haven't openly advertised it, but if you want to hire us to make something, you absolutely can contact us. Eva, what's the email? What's the email for contacting us? If you want something made, if you want an illustration, or if you want a comic drawn, we absolutely can take your commission. What do you prefer, a cute femboy or a cute tomboy? I would say neither. I actually wouldn't say femboys or tomboys are my type. My type is you, baby girl. Yes. It's hello@merryweather.media. Yes. If you email hello@merryweather.media and you want to commission us, we can see about it. I can't promise we'll take your commission. It also like depends on your budget, but we could. I've been thinking about how many seasons will you make for the Sally comic. I mean, I don't really plan in advance or how many seasons. Sally is just like a comic I want to last forever. I want Sally to continue for a long time. Maybe someday Sally will have an ending, but I don't know. Right now it's still a project I want to succeed more, I would say. I think Sally, the place Sally is most successful, ironically, is YouTube Shorts. Sally is way more successful on YouTube Shorts than anywhere else. Anywhere else. It's kind of silly. One day when I saw a clip of yours wearing a maid suit, and somebody asked a new question, I simply said, I'm a guy. Even my mom laughed a lot at that. Really? You practice voice acting? Yeah, I do actually voice act. I do voice act sometimes. Hold on. So, I actually voice one character on have you guys seen the Time Stop Old Man? Have you guys seen these comics? Let me pull it up real quick. So this is a comic series which is not made by us, but we're dubbing it. I voice the old man. I am the Time Stop Old Man. I voice him. He's voiced by me. That's my only regular voice on the channel. Yes, I am the voice of the Time Stop Old Man. Actually, that's an American accent. Hold on. Let me see if I can do the British version. I am the Time Stop Old Man. Oh, that's American again. I've damaged my ugly bastard voice permanently because of Bob Merryweather. I'm the Time Stop Old Man. No, again, damn it. I'm the Time Stop Old Man. Yeah. Wasn't it a Japanese accent? No, you're watching it in Japanese probably. It's not Japanese, no. I also voice Mephistopheles in the lore videos by the VTuber Unnamed. I also do those. Say bottle of water. There you go. I've seen bits of it too. Can you put Silas in more comics? I need it. Yes. Yes, we can. How often do you voice characters? Not too often. Not too often. Woof. What is the law behind that you got to do voice acting? I mean, I've always wanted to do voice acting. I started voice acting in my own law videos. Wasn't very good at it at first. Practiced. Got better. Our voice acting director says that I went from a 1 out of 10 to a 5 out of 10. So that's something. He's pretty harsh on English voice actors. So I would say that's a compliment. All right, everyone. Last chance for any questions you have about our comics. I'm not answering favorite food or sandwich related questions today. Only about comics, about Merryweather comics. Ask away. Last chance. When is Bianca's birthday? Can't remember. Do you use AI for anything? A recent episode of Sally Sinclair just made me think of that question. No, I don't use AI. We do not use AI in Merryweather comics. Thank you for the $10 super chat, femboys! Sorry, kind of stupid question, but have my chat messages not been going through this whole time? Try saying something in chat, femboys. Try typing in chat. Sometimes top chat and live chat are different. Let me try to turn on live chat. I don't see... Oh, there you are. Yeah, no, I see you, femboys. Sorry. No, I see you. Sorry about that. Yeah. Thank you so much, femboys. Thank you for the super chat. Again, super chats all go towards helping make more comics and supporting the studio so we can make comics and pay our artists well. Our studio pays artists incredibly well compared to other studios. Our artists get a very nice wage, no matter where they are in the world. Some people think that, oh, you know, we underpay artists. We really don't. Merryweather Comics actually pays probably more than any other non-Japanese studio for the amount of work. I think we're one of the most well-paid studios in the world. I would go out of my way to say this. Knowing about the industry, I would go out of my way to say we pay more per page of comic than most other studios in the entire world. We pay very well, and our artists are very loyal as a result of it. What is your role in Sally's comics? I'm the writer. So if you want to support our studio, please consider super chatting. Please send us some super chats and support us on Patreon and buy our merch from stickymerry.com. How much did your VTuber model cost? This one about $10,000, I think. Maybe less. I think I got a good deal on the rigging. 7,000 maybe. Thank you for the $10 super chat, femboys. Are there some comics you keep running despite not breaking even? Yes, there are comics that I do that. I don't want to mention the specific names. There are comics I continue to run just because I like the artist and I think what we do is awesome. But we're doing less and less of those these days. Just because, like, I have comics I run also because I feel a sense of loyalty towards the readers. I guess I can mention one. 1 million gold is not a comic that breaks even. 1 million gold costs more than it, you know. But it has a lot of readers, and I feel loyalty towards those readers. So I want those readers to continue to enjoy that comic. Yes. Are there upcoming chapters that you're looking forward to us seeing? Yeah, so some of the newest chapters on Clinic of Horrors, I am very much looking forward to everyone experiencing. Do VTuber models really cost nearly 10k? The really good ones, yeah. If you want like a prestigious artist who is very, very good, sometimes they can come up to cost nearly 10k. Are there plans to continue Demon King Girlfriend? No, I'm sorry. Not that one. Thanks for spending so much time answering questions. It's my pleasure. If you could meet any of your characters in real life, who would it be? Oh, I don't know. Why fucking none of them, to be completely honest? I don't think I'd want to meet any of my characters. I don't think I'd have much to say to them to be completely honest with you. No, I don't think I'd want to meet any of them, to be completely honest. I've never thought about that, but no. I really don't think I'd want to meet any of them. Thank you for the $10. Thank you, femboys. Last question from me. Have you had a nice morning? I hope your day is wonderful. Thank you, femboys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe my characters aren't very likable. Maybe I should make more fluffy characters. Shouldn't I want to meet my own characters? I think I need to make a comic where the character is more likable and happy and cute. Oh, fuck. I would definitely, like, it's just, I definitely would not want to meet Sally Sinclair. I think I'd hate her. I think I'd hate her. I don't think I'd like Sally in real life. I like writing about her. I don't think I'd like her. I think I'd hate her guts, dude. And I don't think I'd like to meet Risa either. Like, those kind of characters, they're my favorite to write about, but I would not be able to stand them in real life. Don't tell Sally. Don't tell Sally you wanted more of Silas's comics. Yes. Thank you for the $10, femboys. Sorry, I lied. Do you stream tonight on Twitch? Yes, I do. Yeah. I most likely will stream tonight on Twitch. Yes. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, by the way, I can put my link in Twitch. Here you go. Go follow. I can actually see your names pop up on my screen when you follow. So go follow me on Twitch, and I stream almost every day over there. Go follow me. Follow me. Please. I need it. Please, I need it. Woof. Go follow me on Twitch. Woof, woof, woof. The day I told you about Mary, my mom imitated your voice and said, I don't have balls on my chest, but on my lower regions, and they're fluffy. Jesus Christ. Your mom said that, dude? That's crazy. Where do you get inspiration for your ideas and comics? Just anything? My manager, Aoife, she likes to make fun of me because we'll have like watched a movie in the studio Discord, and then immediately afterwards, I'll write a comic that is clearly inspired by that. Like, clearly fucking inspired. Will there be more Minecraft anime? Yes. The artist is a full-time fucking dentist. Mao, okay, this is me calling out Mao, okay? Mao just does it for the shits and giggles. He just does this for the shits and giggles. He's a full-time dentist. And he has his own dental, like, clinic as well. He does it for fun. He does it when he feels like it. That's why. That is the reason why there's not much Minecraft anime. It's because this is a man with a full-time adult job as a full-time dentist. And he just... Can you fucking imagine your dentist draws Minecraft anime? That's so funny. That's what he does in his spare time. So whenever we get more Minecraft anime, it's because he's taking a short break from his full-time dental career. But he is working on getting someone else to come and write more, to come and do the job for him. Like he's hiring another dentist. So then he'll do Minecraft anime full-time. That's the plan. That is the plan. Yeah, bro's in this for the love of the game. Last thing I want to say, if someday I had a daughter so adorable like Ophelia, I'll be the proudest father in Chile. Aw, that's cute. That's cute. Okay. Any other questions? If not, then I think we can slowly wrap up. Yeah. I'll give you a second. Have you considered making a game? Yes, but games are hard and cost money. And that doesn't grow on trees. What's your favorite Ghibli movie? Howl's Moving Castle. Yes. Howl's Moving Castle. How often do you do Q&As? How often do I do Q&As? Probably not often, actually. But you can come to my stream and ask me stuff anytime, if you like to. Move. Thank you for the $10, femboys. Next femboy series, when? I don't know. I've been told we've done too many of those. That's a problem with me, is I hit gold once, and then I keep hitting the same spot over and over and over again. You know, I find something that works, and I keep hitting that button. I keep hitting that button. No balance. So, right, like previously we've spammed out a lot of femboy stuff. I think we have one femboy series, which is... we actually have two. We have Tank X Healer as well. So we'll probably make some more of those. And then after that, I'm not sure. We'll see. What's your best wolf? Wolf. Have you had any dreams that inspired you? Yes. A City Called Nowhere comics are literally dreams of mine. So I'll link you to one that was literally a dream that I had. I call it the monkey one. The monkey comic. This one. Right here. This one was literally a dream. The image of the monkey is very much from my dream. And it was a fever dream I had at a convention in Germany. I want to know what inspires you to make comics. I just like making them. I like stories. How long does it take for a comic to be made? Well, usually like a week per episode, approximately. Maybe some of the shorter ones we can do in a few days. That's approximately how long it takes. Are you always this professional? Oh no, not at all. I'm way more unprofessional than this. Lost Paws beat Mary in a fist fight and is now unfortunately no longer part of Astroline. It's true! He punched me in the face. Now he's no longer part of Astroline. Woof. 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 Why are you the goat? I don't know. I think I'm just a dog. Woof. Do you truly believe in our God, Jesus Christ? Absolutely, man. 100%. God bless. Jesus Chan. Mary admitting defeat. That's not a Super Giga Chat Alpha Z. Who is this? I know, right? It's very unfortunate and disappointing indeed. Do you still take commission? Yes, we do. We do. If you want to reach us out, we are at hello@merryweather.media. There you go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go and go back to work, I guess. Thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much, everyone. And don't forget, you can watch me on twitch.tv/Merryweather almost every day. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a good night. Bye-bye. Woof, woof. Bye. Woof.